It's opening night in Omaha. It's Fox College Hoops brought to you by Jeep. Comes to you from CHI Health Center. Creighton, number 15 in the country, hosting Texas Rio Grande Valley here tonight. And all the excitement of a new season in Nebraska here this evening. Alongside Nick Baugh, I'm Wayne Rantaz. So they should be excited here at Creighton, as they're going to be pretty good once again this year.
Absolutely, and a lot of that optimism centers around being rock solid at the point guard and the center spot. Both experienced and accomplished players, both seniors. Ryan Kalkbrenner, three-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe you heard of him. He's the preseason Big East Player of the Year. And then Stephen Ashworth, fifth-year senior, one of the best shooters in the country. It all starts at the point in the 5 spot for the Blue Jays.
Well, if you haven't heard of Kalkbrenner, he's the massive guy wearing a white jersey here tonight for Creighton. Just an absolute monster at 7'1", 270 pounds, the senior. As tonight's lineups are brought to you by Jeep. There's only one. There's Ashworth in there. Jemiah Neal, a transfer coming over from Arizona State. We're supposed to see Pop Isaacs, who came over from Texas Tech. He has an injury, and he's not available to start, so Mason Miller's in instead.
It's going to be interesting to see what things look like without Pop Isaacs. You're talking about a guy that averaged almost 16 points per game. He was going to come in and carry a big load of the offensive creating. So a lot on Stephen Ashworth's plate. But certainly going to that guy right there is a good place to go offensively, trying to feed Kalkbrenner early and often for the Blue Jays.
Kalkbrenner's so big, the numbers don't even come down to the middle of his back on his jersey. And of course, he wins the tip to start things off here tonight for Texas Rio Grande Valley. How are they going to stop him in the middle?
He's going to take, I think, really good ball pressure to make these post-entry passes difficult. And see if they'll come with a one-on-one of the post or some sort of double team, just going one-on-one.
And it's one-on-one for Kalkbrenner over Gankuag as Abdul Hakim. You're Texas Rio Grande Valley as they go down to Kalkbrenner inside. Gankuag with the defense underneath the basket, and there's the finish with the left hand. We were in Lincoln the other day, lost to Nebraska, as Nick had mentioned just a little bit ago. It was a close game until late. And now a couple of threes early as Creighton falling behind in the early few minutes here. Kalkbrenner has scored them all for the Blue Jays, and he adds 2 more.
Just keep going.
He pales in size to the big man Kalkbrenner. Gankuag comes over for defense. Kalkbrenner with 6 points early. And he just drives through again.
If no double or dig.
Kalkbrenner has scored 8 of the first 10. He's made all the field goals so far. They swing it out with a 3 in the corner for Isaac Trout, the sophomore.
And that's what's
a glass.
The Vaqueros will attack the offensive glass. That was the other area Creighton was worried about.
3 from Ashworth is short. Kalkbrenner tips the rebound into his own hands. Kalkbrenner is just a massive person. He found an open teammate, and there's the dunk for Shane Thomas. Issues on that dunk after the feed from Kalkbrenner. Creighton's on the move again. Here's Jemiah Neal. Down low to the big man. Out it goes to Trout. A 3. It's good.
Pretty good touch pass from the bottom in the country in turnovers force. They really don't necessarily get out in the passing lanes at all.
This is King filling the role of Kalkbrenner for the moment. Handoff to Ashworth, and a 3 drops for Stephen Ashworth. Third as well, and a true freshman at that. As McAndrew is as well. Kalkbrenner gets the rebound. These 2 freshmen playing together. Plus Jason Green doesn't have a ton of experience. Playing off the bench last year, averaging 7 minutes per game. We have Neal, who's been around, and the big man Kalkbrenner, who sails that one through.
Knocked down 16 threes a year ago. Pretty good start, though, for Kalkbrenner here.
12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 of 6 from the field. So Ryan Kalkbrenner, can't even say picking up where he left off last year, because he's going to seemingly be an even bigger part of the offense this year. Still averaged 17 points per game, but the 2 top scorers from last year are gone, and so is that dunk as Kalkbrenner brings that one home.
He's roaming that baseline against the zone, and Neal, big time move.
Kalkbrenner got left alone, and he's underneath the basket for the easy layup. Now down to 3. Neal Another feed out to Miller, who has to force it up. We've seen that a couple of times now from Creighton, with 1 on the shot clock, an extra pass. Kalkbrenner jamming his way inside. Just no answer. Agua giving up so much in height and strength. Kalkbrenner is just running this team over. He has 18.
First of all, the penetration in the lob, that's where Kalkbrenner is really, really difficult and efficient. But wow, Hassan Abdul Hakim with a big-time move over the 3-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year. But the coach is upset how they're defending the 3-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year and the preseason Big East Player of the Year in Ryan Kalkbrenner, who's playing with just such good pace tonight. You see how he's just cool and calm in the post. He's surveying the middle of the floor, reading the defense. Where's the double team coming? If it's not coming, let me take my time.
The 3. Didn't see him take many shots long range tonight. That one missed. McAndrew got the rebound. Ty Davis running his way inside, left hand underneath.
Great anticipation.
Roll actually on the second bounce. Genkuag does get the 3. Davis showed a lot of burst on that move to the basket. Ashworth with the finger roll through, plus the foul. Shooting 3, he misses.
Certainly has cooled off from beyond the arc after he made his first 2.
He certainly attempted a lot so far. Kalkbrenner underneath the basket, 2 bodies around him. He just flexed them away.
Bruce Rasmussen, but you're exactly right, Wayne.
And they've had continuity in droves, and there is Isaac Trout driving one through the... Clock winding down. Miller for 3 at the buzzer, off the mark. And that's how the first half ends here in Omaha. Both teams shooting from 3-point range a lot. Vaqueros made 8 threes in the first half, and it's kept them close, despite Kalkbrenner just running them over.
Just dominating in the interior. But all things considered, they scored 46 points in the first half from Creighton without Pop Isaacs. Pretty good first 20 minutes.
Down low, Kalkbrenner with the jam.
Perfect execution. The Texas Tech transfer, not playing tonight, a little banged up. You lose a lot in Trey Alexander, Bayless Shireman on the wing.
Kalkbrenner with the hook shot. A little baby hook over Genkuag. There's a block shot for Kalkbrenner, his 20th consecutive game with a block shot. And up there is Jemiah Neal to get on the scoreboard, plus draw the foul.
How electric and athletic was that? That takes some skill and some ability to be able to be running full speed, catch it, step through in traffic, and put it up softly off the window. That is a difficult shot from a big-time athlete in Jemiah Neal. Nice job using the rim to shield off Kalkbrenner and going to the reverse.
Abdul Hakim, the only Vaquero in double figures. Ashworth has 17 for Creighton after that 3.
Just hanging around and hanging around.
It's 3 threes from Marshall Destremo, the Australian native. Jemiah Neal able to get underneath the guys.
6 of their 10 made threes are from their 4s and 5s.
This is Trout, mentioned him earlier, hitting a couple. Kalkbrenner with the offensive rebound and the easy putback, 26. He has tied a career high. This is Davis, the freshman, as he sends it out to Trout. He's worked with Kalkbrenner inside tonight. Destremo battles him for that pass. Shot clock at 5, some separation, and the left hand drops.
Incredible.
As he closes in on a new career high, and need him out there with a 10-point lead here to put this one away. And there he goes for 30.
That's a big-time play, though, from Jemiah Neal. That was amazing for number 5 in white.
A 30-point night for Kalkbrenner. And the Blue Jays have opened up a 12-point lead. Kalkbrenner on his 30-point effort.
It's like a zone from UTRGV.
Bounce pass to Trout. 3 in the corner. Isaac Trout his third tonight.
All three of his threes from that corner.
Destremo can't get it to go. And Andrews the one who fights for the rebound.
So you're gonna slow it down, throw it into Kalkbrenner.
That's the plan, and it works perfectly. Kalkbrenner with the dunk on another alley-oop pass. How many points in the game was Mitch Ballack? He had 39 in a game in 2019 against DePaul.
Taking a look at it, this is a staple of Creighton's offense. The pick-roll lob with Kalkbrenner. Furt that night for the 30-burger that Mitch Ballack had, but Kalkbrenner will take a breather now. You'd have to imagine the last 40-point game had
been 31. There he goes, drawing the double team. Jemiah Neal cut toward the basket. Neal slips around and drops two.
A good cut. I think it's right. I think a lot of times the ball goes into the post, it's pick and rolls. But
up top, it's Kalkbrenner drops it right in.
How about that play?
Of course, that was Doug McDermott then. Ashworth off the handoff. All eyes on the big man here. Ashworth looking to slip by. It's Kalkbrenner. It's a three, and it's 41 for the big man. Ashworth feeds it up ahead to Neal. Creighton trying to slow it down. Green inside. 2 plus the foul.
Well, again, Ryan Kalkbrenner made 16 threes last year. He's not going to take a bunch of them, but these wide open standstill ones in the flow of the offense, he will rise and fire. And he is on fire tonight. And then a great basket cut from Jason Green and Jemiah Neal with an on-time, on-target delivery. And the Blue Jays trying to stretch this lead back out.
Yes, 6. There is 3 from Ashworth. No good. Kalkbrenner rebound, put back, and he scores again.
He might have to have 50 tonight.
Just a week, but there have been some games, and no one's had a 43-point game yet. Until Kalkbrenner tonight, now 44. 3:26 left. Creighton's lead is 7. Kalkbrenner has 45 points tonight. Creighton could use a basket here. And where to? Kalkbrenner. More for the big man. He has 47.
Over 3 vaqueros.
Davis. Rebound grabbed by the freshman Ty Davis.
A man's rebound for a young freshman in Ty Davis. Where do you think this ball should go? Just throw it up to him.
He has 47. It is tied for the second most in program history. The record is 51, held by Bob Portman in 1967. Kalkbrenner, it's been his night. Unforgettable 49 for Ryan Kalkbrenner. CHI Health Center rises for the 7'1" center who has put on the ultimate show in this one.
Of 22 from the floor. 49 points. Just throwing it up. He's able to high point it and then keep it high so the defense can't come and get it. And he has just been incredible all night. No answer. Doesn't matter if there's 3 guys draped on him, 2. He has just gotten to his spots. He is exhausted, but just an incredible performance from Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Well, the long history of this program, talking over 100 years, there has never been a Blue Jay that has had 20 made field goals in a game. Ryan Kalkbrenner has set that record here tonight.
He has. It's really good to see.
Abdul Hakim gets blocked. It was Kalkbrenner doing it all tonight. Miller ended up down after the play. I believe another foul will send Ashworth back to the line.
Well, this is the Kalkbrenner everybody knows, the three-time Big East deep.
Everyone in this building wants to see Kalkbrenner get a shot at 50. Even Greg McDermott pointed, get the ball to Kalkbrenner. But it seemed like Kalkbrenner did not want to take, what would have been, I suppose, somewhat of a cheap basket here just to get to 50 points. The humility of Kalkbrenner stopped him from making a push for the big 5-0.
If anybody knows Ryan Kalkbrenner, he is about as humble as it gets.
On one hand, you understand that. On the other, he's earned it tonight. So if he takes a cheapie for 50, I don't think anybody's going to bat an eye.
Listen to this roar.
Ryan Kalkbrenner's 49 points are a building record by the Creighton Blue Jays.
Now, one of the great games in Creighton history, and maybe one of the great games you'll see all season in this sport this year.
And again, needed all of them.
Those are the two freshmen saying, teach us that.
How'd you do that? Gotta be pretty cool. He certainly's had a decision whether he wanted to come back, maybe try the NBA, for him to come back, and this is how he gets started. Talk about setting the tone.
Sometimes these games early in the season can just get lost in the shuffle as these schools try to get their feet wet early in the year. Well, there will be nothing forgotten about what we saw here tonight in Omaha from Ryan Kalkbrenner. A 49-point performance, an opening night to remember.